Okay, folks, I wanted to talk about Tacoma because a lot of videos you see only show you the touristy areas. You never see a drive through the city type of thing where it focuses on the city. People say downtown Tacoma is scary and dead and full of homeless people. I want us to take a notice and see how many homeless people and scary stuff and all of that we see. Now, what you're seeing as far as the crowd of people that's there, and this bus is really blocking a lot of it because they're really in front of the Pantages, huge cluster of people. But the Rialto had an event today, and that is letting out. So you're seeing people go across the sidewalk in different areas for this event. This is Saturday, is when this was actually done, which is today, May 3rd. And this was around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. A lot of videos don't tell you the date, the time, nothing. It's just showing you a dead city. And a lot of times it could be at times when people are just not out and about. But back there, you see the traffic of people. Here has nothing to do with the people at the Rialto and the Pantages. What you're seeing now is just regular foot traffic here in the city as well as vehicular traffic. And while you don't see a crush of people right here, if you're there in person, you can see a couple of people here and there that you're not seeing right here. More specifically, right to the right of me is quite a few people that's queuing up as well. Those are some of the people that probably left the Rialto, heading to the parking garage or whatnot. The reason why I say downtown is probably your best bet to move to is because when you look at all of the things that you're able to do, all of the conveniences that are there, there's quite a bit. Right here, you're seeing on the left a Pete's, which is a really, really, really good place. It's in the green, white, and red. If you go farther on that way on Pacific Avenue, that's where a lot of our bars and clubs and things like that. And then we're going to turn right here on the right on Pacific Avenue. And as you can see, parking garage is on the right, and then the building that's kind of tall on the left that you first see, that is the Astor. That is where the luxury apartments are. The Bank of California is the one with the columns. They're supposed to actually fix that into apartments. That was prior to all the economic crazy that we're going on right now, so we don't know what they're going to do. Jinjin Matcha is right there directly to the left, right by where the trees are. Really good matcha place. Some people don't like matcha, but even Noelle likes it, and she thinks that matcha typically tastes like grass, but tastes pretty good. Right here, where you see the last two buildings on the left, that is where the food hall was supposed to go. We just now passed the what's it called? Old Spaghetti Factory. We just now passed that on the right. The DeVita building is what we're coming up on. The super blocks are right here. It's just vacant parking lots, which should be developed a long time ago. The DeVita building's on the left. Microsoft was interested in that. Directly on the right here is where Milgard put their headquarters. Milgard Windows put their headquarters right here to the right. Now in front on the right is where we've had a few different higher end restaurants. Right now that spot is vacant. But we've had a couple different higher end restaurants. You may see the video skip from time to time because I didn't want to just record constantly while we're at stoplights, but so if you see that jump, that's what it is. On the left side is actually the Kids Museum. They've revamped it, but really the Kids Museum is more for kids who are really, really young. Not a lot of stuff for older kids or teens, young teens, so it's mostly a lot of young kids, but you see a lot of parents who go there. Right over here on the right at the bottom, you can see where those doors and where that Kia is. That is where the new comedy place went into. It's called Super Funny or something like that. Super Funny or something. I can't recall. But it's Nate Jackson's comedy club, and so he put that right downtown. The mayor helped with that effort, which is great. We're approaching the Tacoma Art Museum up on the left, and Tolfason Plaza up on the right. Tolfason Plaza has a lot of different events. It's one of those things I've worked on before, putting food trucks on the plaza. It's a tough spot. There's no bathrooms right there, so I think that's its biggest issue. But it's right in the middle of it all. So you see TAM, Tacoma Art Museum, right there on the left. It's very well known. We're now entering into UWT as well as our museum row. Because the dome area that you see right there is actually a federal courthouse. It used to be an old train station, but you're going to see the Washington State History Museum eventually, which will also be on the left. All of the museums are on the left. So we saw the Children's Museum. Farther down on the waterfront is the Maritime Museum. You're not going to be able to see it here, but once you go through right there by Union Station, which we will see as the light rail station, Union Station, you're able to go to the Museum of Glass, which, you know, is a pretty nice museum. They hold a lot of different events there as well. The city is working on connecting downtown to the waterfront, and they're going to actually be going through where if you see that little truck, I guess it looks like a FedEx van over to the left right by TAM, that's where the Prairie Line Trail is. So you can go from downtown all the way down to the waterfront, and I believe make it all the way out to Ruston Way, all that entire way. So going over the light rail tracks right here, UWT is over to the right. And as you can see, the thing that says Union Station, that's actually our courthouse. A lot of the shops that you see over to the right where cars are parked, there are still a lot of people that are here and there. Not as many as what we saw, but there are a few people. These shops are all UWT, University of Washington Tacoma's property. So you'll see a few different stores that are there. There should be more, in my opinion, but I think the cost of the retail spaces is one of the big hindrances. But that is trying to do its best. The building with the 4 humps to the left is the Washington State History Museum. It is really, really nice in there. They have done a lot of great work. They're going to potentially expand. You know, we just passed where the Museum of Glass, the Museum of Glass entrance is right up here by that station. So we're about to get to it, but you can walk from here down to the waterfront and you go to the Museum of Glass. That Museum of Glass is actually expanding as we speak. The Washington State History Museum will be expanding sometime in the future. We're going along Pacific Avenue here, and you'll notice there's some cones and there's some blockage because the city is also working on some sort of a connection point with paths. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but the city is working on that. This area here can use so much more development, but it's slowly coming. But it definitely needs a lot. Berliner is right up here on the left. You can see the brick building, the Berliner Beer Hall. This is where you can actually go and see true German, get true German food, but also see German performances. They play polka there and all different types of things. I believe it's polka. I'm not for sure, but it's really, really lively, really, really cool. And people dress up. I mean, people literally dress. And I'm not talking just the workers. Customers do as well. This old Jack in the Box, you're going to see, painted murals on it. I wish that was a Dick's Drive-In. That would be so great right here. It would change everything. And then the building that you're seeing right there is Cornice House on the right. This is the newest property that was built by Great Expectations LLC. They are also working on another building over here on the left, down a little bit on 25th. So what we're facing right now is 25th Street. We're on Pacific and 25th. And further down on 25th is where you go right into the Dome District, where all of the apartments are being built as well. And the Great Expectations is also building a structure there. There are 3 retail spaces. This is a very high traffic area. There is some street food over here on the left that just popped in probably about a month ago. You can see their tent and you can see kind of their little orange wall as well as their orange setup. But this is where they're trying their hand at street food. You could definitely park in that parking lot and vend there. It'd be great if they had more vendors. You can't see it here, but over to the right is the giant metal octopus sculpture, which I believe was done by Sound Transit. To the left is Zips. They do 21 plus green stuff. And the video will end here as we go up to the top, and you see the condos here, and it goes right up to the sky. But I wanted to show you guys what Tacoma really looks like versus some of the false narratives that you see. I saw one homeless guy, which is right there to the right. That is all I've seen. Not to say there's not more, but the city has done a lot to improve it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, and until next time, I will see you. Take care. Be sure to subscribe.